What's going on? What's going on? I wanted to talk a little bit about what happened today, April 5th, 2024. And one of the biggest W's that I ever heard in this game in Lost Ark. And the reason why I think it's so good, not only for the content creators, but also for the community itself, right? Like, it's just massive. I have some pros and cons that I want to talk about it. And something that caught my attention so much is that the solo content huge. And number one, I'll talk about the gatekeeping because, in my opinion, one of the biggest problems beside the bots that happens on every MMO that I've played my entire life is the gatekeeping. And me, I've been helping the community for the longest just to avoid people getting gatekeep and whatnot. And I'm not gonna be hypocritical saying that I have never been part of, gatekeeping others, but I have my reasons, and I'm not trying to defend myself, but like I have to do my content quick in order to help others, right? It's not like I'm doing it purposely because I don't really want to help people out. Sorry, but it's not what I do, right? Like I try to help new players, especially Mokokos or whoever, new players or existing players, returning players, etc. But the fact that they doing this solo content, a lot of people are gonna be able to learn the fights, right? Like new players coming into the game, now they don't have to look for a raid. They just can look at a guide and see how the fight goes, try themselves, and just get it done. Like it's just a W. It's just a W all around. Another thing that a lot of people do get a lot of anxiety and they get stressed out because they have to deal with others. People are mean. You know how it is. There's a lot of trolls on the internet. So now if they mess up, now they don't even want to join because if they die, then you know how it is. You guys know how it is. So I don't really have to go into much details into this. And I think for us, for content creator, is actually another big W for the simple fact that now we don't really have to depend on anybody to do content, right? We can always just go ourselves and just do the content, make a video, post it on YouTube, post it anywhere, and then just create content of that, right? And another thing will be, lastly, about the pros is that the game, the developers and everybody is thinking about the casual players. For those that don't know, most of the time the casual players is the key point of the game because if the casual players stop playing the game will die. The percentage of the hardcore gamers is always gonna be this in comparison to the casual players. So, in my opinion, the fact that they are implementing these mechanisms or whatever it is for the casual players is great. It's great. It's great. The vision, the fact that they looking into it, they working towards it. They not only talking about it now. They say that in the summer it's gonna arrive. So I'm looking forward to see that. I think it's one of those things like oh, Losar is gonna die. Losar is dying, but boom, this is what we have. You know what I'm saying? They always innovating. They don't want to let the game die. They don't. That's the way I look at it, right? Some comes that I have is will the bots benefit from this? You know what I mean? Because if they do in Valtan Vicas, all this stuff by themselves, they can always program it and do it themselves, right? The only thing that I'm thinking is like maybe they'll do it bound characters, right? The mats. That way they cannot sell the mats. I mean, yeah, they can increase the idol level or why not, but they will have to do it on every single account, and it's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be a problem for the bots if they're gonna do it that way, right? Because they have to do it on every single account to try to get the idol level. Like how they gonna deal with that? And I know the bosses they gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad because I mean now the fact that a lot of people can do it themselves now they don't have to really depend on other people to do the content. Because think about it, when you solo content, you can't wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you just do it yourself, right? You don't really have to wait for somebody to join the raid or anything like that, and that is huge. But it's I know the bosses they're gonna be furious. They're gonna be all over the all over the forums. No, no, don't put it, don't put it. But it's just so selfish players. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've been bossing for the longest and they're trying to do positive stuff for the game. Don't be mad. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hypocritical. Don't be like that. Period. I mean, I know you're that way. It is what it is. And I think lastly for the cons is like, what about the rewards, right? That's another concern that I have because if it's 30% less or maybe even 50% less, yeah, it's a lot. But I'm pretty sure some people will not do the raids because they don't really want to deal with anybody. So I guess reducing the amount by 30% or 20% less, I'll say it's okay. People would rather take a 20%, 30% cut and do the raid themselves, not having to deal with anybody. So it's a con, but at the same time, it's not really, like. But we'll see when the solo content comes, and that's all I just wanted to talk about. I say that my opinion is a big W. It's super positive for the community. We actually needed that. I can't wait to have the solo content. And there is a lot of people in my community that I know for a fact that will benefit so much for this because, like I say already, they stressed, they got anxiety, they don't want to be dealing with anybody. So I think it's a W. This is a W. I'll be doing raids, guys, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. If you want to pass by, my name is Mr. 4K TV, and I do a lot of raids. I'll see you guys in Arcadia. Much love.